Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I am working on my February customer thank you cards. So this is going to be our card for this month, and I'm doing a little bit of watercoloring with our aqua painters, which I don't use that often, and I'm also going to use some of the celebration ribbon. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how I created this. I'll first go over the products that I'm using. I am using a piece of thick whisper white. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of sweet sugar plum that is cut 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. I have a piece of silver foil that is cut 4 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then I have a piece of our shimmer white paper. This can be used with watercoloring as well if you do not have any of our watercolor paper on hand. And this is cut 4 by 3. The colors that we're going to use today are Marina Mist, Sweet Sugar Plum, and Peekaboo Peach. And then I'm going to stamp our sentiment in the Archival Basic Black. I'm using the stamp set One Big Meaning, which is one of my favorites. We're going to use this sentiment here, one tiny word with one big meaning. I'm going to use the silver ribbon from Celebration, our aqua painter, and then Alright, so let's go ahead and start with our watercoloring first. So I have our aqua painter here. You can see I have some water in there. And I am going to grab just a piece of paper towel to set behind this because I don't want to mess up my desk. And then I'm going to start with the Peekaboo Peach. So I'm just going to squeeze my ink pad like that, and then that will give me the ink in the cover. I'm going to open my aqua painter, and I'm just going to squeeze it until I get a drop of water into the cover, okay? And then that will loosen up. And then I'm going to color this all the way from one end to the other. I will show you my original did not go all the way to the end, and I thought we'd change it up for this one. Okay, that looks good. Then you just wipe your aqua painter till it comes clean. And you'll see here what I mean. My original didn't color all the way to the edge. I just did it more short so you could see the watercolor. Our middle color will be the Sweet Sugar Plum, so I'm just going to squeeze that. Let me give that a little bit more. That looks good. Same thing, I'm going to squeeze now till I get a drop of water. Okay. The Sweet Sugar Plum and the Peekaboo Peach are both in colors from 2016-2018. And then the Marina Mist is out of the Subtle collection. Okay, so here's the Marina Mist. Squeeze that up. You will see that the paper kind of curls up on you a little bit as it gets wet, but it will tend to flatten out as it dries. Get all the way to the edge there. This is such a pretty blue. Okay, so I'm going to clean that and close that up. Okay, and then I'm going to set that aside to dry. It will take a few minutes. And I'm going to bring in, I have another piece ready for us. And you could actually use your heat tool to dry this. You could hold this with like a tweezers or just with your fingers on one edge and use our heat tool to dry that up quickly. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the Archival Basic Black and my stamp. And we're going to ink that up. That looks good. Alright, and then I'm going to stamp this in the Sweet Sugar Plum. Let me just my paper was sitting here, it kind of curled up again on me. That looks good. Okay. Alright, just give that a nice press. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Alright, so let that archival ink dry. It stays a little bit wet. So I'm going to bring my Sweet Sugar Plum and my foil. I'm going to use some Fast Fuse. On my foil, and I'm just going to center this. It looks about right there. Okay. And then we're going to take a bit of our ribbon from Celebration. This comes in a 2-pack. It actually comes with the silver and more of the gold. So I'm going to cut myself a piece. We're going to just wrap this around, so I'm just going to eyeball that. That looks good. And I'm just going to cheat and use a little bit of tape to hold this down. So I have a bit of Scotch tape here. Okay, so now we're going to put some dimensionals on here. And I'm going to use quite a few. And then I'm going to add a little bit of fine tip glue just to be sure that this doesn't come off the foil paper. I would do the same if I was using glimmer. And we are just going to center that as well. Okay, isn't that cool? I love the watercoloring. I know I've said before I'm a little bit heavy-handed with the aqua painters, but for this technique it's perfect since I have a heavier paper. I'm not doing anything intricate. It's more freehand, so it works well. Put my Fast Fuse on the back of that, and then we can adhere this to our front of our card. And that looks about right there. We'll bring in our bone folder, give this a nice crease, and there we go. There is our card completed. Super quick and fun. You just have to wait a little bit for that water, but you can dry it with your heat tool as I mentioned. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to being back with you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.